Welcome to Monday Morning Quarterback. I am your host, Youth One's Ryan Oliver, and today I'm very excited because I got one of the top quarterbacks from the 2026 class joining me, Jordan Phillips. Jordan, how are you?
I'm great today. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, Jordan. I'm really excited to have you on. I was kind of mentioning to you before we even got started. You're a very talented quarterback from the 2026 class. I remember when I first watched your film. I believe I saw your seventh grade film first. I was really impressed with your ability to just make plays. I felt like you were the type of athlete that you could put on the field and give the ball, and you were going to make plays, whether that's with your arm, because you have a great arm, with your athleticism. You just kind of were a dynamic talent out there in the field. I want to start with that ability. How do you feel like that athleticism has allowed you to have an advantage over your competition, like as you've come up playing football?
Well, athleticism, it really just comes natural to you, right? And some people they like train years and years to get it. And to me, it just came natural. So like if you're really athletic, you can do a lot of things.
Yeah,
And for me, like since the athleticism comes, like it makes more things easier and the mechanics can come, they can develop over time later. So the
right.
athleticism helps me on parts where like, some people like take years practicing like certain things. And for me, it just comes natural.
Yeah.
It has all the hard things come to me first, and then the easy stuff comes later.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to put it. I think that one thing I noticed, I was looking kind of back at the comments I made on the scouting report I did for you a couple of years ago, and I noticed you had a lot of talent. I felt like in the read option, like your ability to quickly make a decision, whether to keep, whether to pass the ball off or that type of thing, and make those quick decisions out of the shotgun, whether it's quick reads, things like that. How long have you been playing the quarterback position, and do you feel like those quick reads and things are something that comes naturally to you or something you've really worked on?
Well, I've been playing flag football since like preschool or
Yeah.
something like that. And
Uh-huh.
my first year of tackle football was seventh grade.
Okay.
So like all this RPO and stuff is like really new to me. So it just came natural to me, I thought.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. That's interesting. I've never actually talked to an athlete, or at least they've communicated to me that they played flag football for an extensive period of time before transitioning to tackle football. Do you feel like there's any like maybe advantage or anything that you have taken away that other people might not get from playing flag as a before you play tackle? Is there anything you could share?
I feel like it helps you like make reads faster because like you only have a certain amount of time to throw there, and like in
Yeah,
normal
yeah,
games, some people aren't used to the pressure
yeah.
and they'll just like collapse fast. And I just feel like it's easier for me to like make reads and like go from one read to the next read to the next read.
Yeah. No, that totally makes sense. That's really interesting. I didn't like I've played flag like not probably like you've had, but just in the past, and that does make sense because there is like you have to make these quick decisions. So I could see that being like helping that can help you, and that's an interesting skill set to have as you kind of transition. I want to ask you how you're feeling about your game right now. I know you've been playing tackle for a few years now, and your film from your younger days is like really impressive. How are you feeling now about your game?
I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm not satisfied yet. I feel like I can improve on a lot of things like my footwork and like my throwing motion, but I feel like I'm playing pretty good on like offense and making reads and all that. It's just the mechanics I need to work on.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you say mechanics, do you mean like just like the throwing mechanics? Is that what you're referencing?
Like throwing mechanics and like my footwork and my hitching.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I definitely think that, especially for like you were mentioning, like the athleticism comes to you naturally. It's like those like little things that need a little bit more polish, maybe come down the road. But I feel like all quarterbacks are constantly tweaking and making that progression with your mechanics to get it to how you want it to be. And I'm sure that you're going to be where you want to be. What things have you done to kind of get to where you want to be in terms of your skill set? What are you doing in terms of like working on your game, practicing, training, that type of thing? What can you share with me?
Well, I have some great trainers. Like I train with Coach Damian Williams from 3D QB Texas, and I went out to California one time and trained with 3D QB SoCal. I trained with Jonathan Reyes and John Beck and some other stuff I've been doing. I just been like stretching and rehabbing. I don't know. And I've been to a lot of camps. I went to the VTO All American Challenge.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I went to a bunch of college camps like OSU, Oklahoma, TCU, SMU, and I also went to USC.
Yeah, did you feel like those experiences like help grow your game, help grow your confidence and things like that? Yeah, that's awesome. I really think it's cool when athletes get to go to those different like trainings and the different camps, especially like the college camps, and you just get so many different tidbits from different people that have so much experience playing the quarterback position and things like that that you can take and like really elevate yourself. So I think that that's really awesome that you're doing that. Tell me something about that you're looking forward to from this upcoming season. I know you kind of your dad was mentioning to me that you are just kind of getting started with your season. Tell me a little bit about what you're excited about.
Well, I'm excited to play JV as a freshman because like I'm the only one on there, and like these receivers are like really good and faster than like the freshmen, and I'm just excited for like all the big plays we get to make.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. So you said you're the only freshman on JV, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Is Tell me where you're going to school and tell me a little bit about the program. Is it like a really good program in Texas? Tell me that type of thing. I'm not really familiar.
Well, I'm going to McKinney Boyd. We're
Okay.
not really known as like the powerhouse or anything,
Sure.
but like we're not known for our offense or anything. We're known for our defense mainly. And we're like in the toughest district in Texas. And like our program is just the culture in there is like so good.
Yeah.
Like we all hold each other accountable and it's more of like a family than like just, a football team.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's like, well, if they're not known for offense, you got a chance in your 4 years there to, make them known for make them known for offense. You know what I mean? Like that's a great opportunity for you to kind of put your stamp on the program. And I know you have big goals for yourself. So I think that's awesome. I want to ask you about your goals since I mentioned it. What are some of your goals for yourself for this upcoming season and going forward, as you have a career in football?
Well, my main goal for the season is to hit like 1,000 yards passing because I never really done that, but I really think I can do it this season.
Yeah.
And over double digits touchdowns for passing and receiving, not receiving, passing and rushing combined.
Yeah,
That's
I think
my goal for the season.
yeah, those are good goals. I could definitely see you hitting both players. You got legs, so and mixed with the arm talent, it's like you might as well just go out there and do both and do your thing. I think that's really awesome. I want to ask you in your own words, Jordan, what do you feel like your strengths are on the field?
I feel like it's like throwing the ball and extending the field deep and probably throwing on the run and making option plays.
Yeah, I honestly think you said it. Like if I based on like the film I've watched, I feel like that's literally like I would say the exact same things. I think that you're really going to play breaks down too, like making something out of nothing and like turning something, nothing into something, that type of thing. I think that's a really great skill for young quarterbacks to have. Like it's like, okay, on like nothing's working, but can I try to like make this play a positive somehow for my team? So I think that's awesome. If I've never seen you play before, Jordan, and I come to a game where Jordan Phillips is playing quarterback, what can I expect to see?
Some big plays, like really like some excitement, something not like, just a game managing quarterback, something like you're gonna get about your seat, like, ooh, like
Yeah, yeah. Some oohs and ahs, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I'd agree. I think that they'd be in for a show, and I think it's always fun to see like guys that aren't just like the traditional passer. Nothing against those quarterbacks, but I think it's fun to see like the Lamar Jacksons and the Patrick Mahomes. Like it's like that just adds some flavor to it. And why not? Like why not add some flavor to it if you can? I think that that's always fun. Is there an area of your game, Jordan, that you look at and you say, okay, if I can get better at this specific thing, I can take my game to another level? Have you identified the area that you can work on?
Well, it's gonna sound crazy, but like my hitches and my footwork mainly.
Well, why do you say your hitches? What is it like? Do you feel like it's not perfect, or
It's like my rhythm, because like my rhythm isn't like really good. I have no rhythm. I don't know, but my coach always talks about it all the time. He's like, Jordan, you can't dance at all, can you? I'm like, nah, not really. And he's like, dude, everything was perfect about that throw except your hitch. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know, coach.
Yeah, so you're working, so you're making like you're taking steps to try to like iron that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got time. You'll work it out. I feel like I asked that question the way I ask it because I feel like athletes will say, "Well, I'm working on everything." So I try to make you guys tell me something specific because I think that is great. It's great to identify at the age you guys are at. Like you're young, identify the area that's like an area like you may feel like, man, like I wish I was better at this one thing. It's like, and go for it because you got so much talent. You know what I mean? Like if you can just iron out the few few weak spots, sky's the limit. You know what I mean? So I think it's great to identify those things and there's no shame in just working hard to do your thing. I'm gonna ask this question too. I ask this to everyone that interviews with me for the first time. What's in your headphones before a big game to get you pumped up to go out there and make plays? I know there's an artist that you put on or something, right? That gets you pumped up. Who you listening to?
I listen to J. Cole and then like Meek Mill and all those and T Grizzly, like all those dudes. I
Okay.
get that hype me up.
Okay, is there a specific, you mentioned J. Cole first. Is there a specific J. Cole song that'll help you get hyped up? Like, okay, if I put on this song, that's the one? Or is
Oh,
it just in general? It's okay if it's just in
like
general.
in general, but like not a specific J. Cole song, but like the first day out by T Grizzly, that
Okay,
gets
yeah.
me
Yeah, T Grizzly, there's something about like his music that's like great, like gym, like workout or like hype music. I don't know if it's like the cadence of his rap or the beats he picks, but he's on my playlist too. First day out's like a go-to for me too. I think that makes total sense. Is there things that you like to do outside of playing football, Jordan, that you could share with me? Maybe some hobbies or things like that that you enjoy doing?
enjoy doing. I mean, I run track too. That's pretty fun to me, but I like cooking.
Okay, see, that's why I ask these questions. Tell me how you got into cooking. That's really interesting to me.
Like quarantine, I don't know. I made a quesadilla one day and like it was so fire. I don't know. I can't cook like anything like gourmet or anything, but like I don't know. It's just fun to me.
There's a lot of people that are grown like me who don't know how to make a quesadilla. So I don't think, it doesn't have to be gourmet as long as it's good, right? Like it don't gotta be gourmet, I think that's really awesome. I love when I ask these questions and I get answers like cooking. It's like, oh, okay, like that's all I was not expecting you to say cooking. So that's really cool. All right, what's something that you've been wanting to cook that you haven't got a chance to cook? You're like, I want to cook this, but I haven't cooked it yet. What is that? What is that thing?
Something I don't know. Maybe like a good like a good steak or like a good like something Italian like lasagna
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like a my mom makes this thing like ziti. It's like a lasagna casserole, but like with ziti noodles. I don't know how to describe it, but something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, no, I got you. Awesome, man. Well, I think it's really cool to have like interests outside of football for you guys because like football is your world in a lot of ways. I know you love it, but it's like it's great to have other things going on too, so you can have that balance. Life's all about balance. I've learned that is I'm 30 now, and I'm telling you, life's all about balance. You can have something you're really passionate about, but you got to have balance. So, well, Jordan, I want to thank you for joining me for this interview. Thank you for joining me on Monday Morning Quarterback. The sky's the limit for you. Have a world of talent, and I think that you just keep doing your thing, keep grinding, and you're gonna do your thing.